You hatch in the deep, quiet gloom of a hollow log, nestled in the mud of a vast, murky river. You only know the crushing pressure of the water and the formidable, silent presence of your father. He is your entire world, a dark guardian who patrols the entrance to your den, a living wall between you and the dangers outside. While other fish are born into a world of shapes and colors, you are born into a world of information, and you are perfectly designed to read it. This is the great secret of your species. Your skin and, most importantly, your barbels, the long, sensitive whiskers that give you your name, are covered in taste buds. You do not simply smell the water, you taste everything in it. You are a walking tongue. This is your superpower. Your father guides you, and you learn to interpret the river's language. Danger has a taste, the acrid scent of a predator. Safety has a taste, the familiar, comforting flavor of your father and your den. You are a master of this dark, flavorful world, a prince learning the secrets of his kingdom from the safety of the castle walls. Then one day, he is gone. Your father, the guardian, disappears into the murky water, his paternal duty fulfilled. The silence in the den is no longer comforting, it's terrifying. A deep, primal hunger, once a distant thought, is now a commanding roar in your belly. You are alone, and you must hunt or starve. You leave the safety of your birth den for the first time, a small, vulnerable creature in a vast, dark river. You begin your first real hunt, not with speed or sight, but by dragging your sensitive barbels across the riverbed, tasting the mud, the rocks, the history of everything that has passed. You taste the faint chemical trail of a dying crawfish, and your instincts take over. You follow the scent, unearth the weak, struggling creature, and consume your first solo meal. It's not a glorious kill, it is the practical, unglamorous work of an opportunist. A scavenger. Emboldened by your success, you become more adventurous, tasting everything your world has to offer. You taste a strange, fatty, alluring scent trail, stronger than any natural food. You follow it and find a strange, soft, white rock, a discarded bar of soap. You take a bite and your senses recoil. The taste is chemical, foul, and it makes you sick. You learn your first hard lesson: your superpower can be deceived. The world above has leaked poison into your world of flavors. Your second lesson is far more violent. While exploring a patch of weeds, you are ambushed. It is not a predator you can taste coming, a northern snakehead, an alien invader in this river. It grabs you, its powerful jaws clamping down. As it tries to swallow you, your last-ditch survival instinct kicks in. You flare the sharp, bony spines in your dorsal and pectoral fins, locking them into place. You become a painful, awkward ball of needles in its throat. The invader chokes, gags, and violently spits you out. You escape, torn and bleeding. With the second lesson now seared into your being, your world contains monsters your senses cannot prepare you for. Years pass. You have survived and thrived. You are no longer a frightened juvenile, but a large, powerful adult. You are no longer just a scavenger. You learn to hunt. You sense the panicked, oily vibrations of a large school of shad swimming above. But you don't chase them. You wait, a dark shadow on the muddy floor. Your barbels sift through the chemical chaos until they isolate one specific trail, a single, injured shad lagging behind the school. You erupt from the bottom, inhaling the prey. You have become an efficient and intelligent predator. But with size comes new rivals. You discover that your dark, murky kingdom has old, established gods. You try to claim a new, perfect lair, a deep, hollow log, only to be confronted by its current resident. A massive, snapping turtle, an armored ancient beast that stares at you with cold reptilian indifference. You are powerful, but it is a living fortress. You back away. You learn that some thrones are not meant to be taken. Your next lesson in the hierarchy is even more humbling. You find the deepest, darkest hole in the river channel and think you found the ultimate prize. But a shadow detaches itself from the gloom within. A giant flathead catfish, a true monster of the abyss, emerges to confront you. It is larger, wider, and radiates a silent predatory dominance that your instincts scream at you to obey. You retreat, learning the hard truth: in the world of Catfish, you are not the king. Years pass. Now you know every secret of the riverbed, but a new primal instinct begins to override your caution. It's an undeniable biological command to reproduce. You find the perfect nesting site, a dark, secluded cavity under an old, submerged tree stump. You court a female, and after a complex ritual, she lays a golden, gelatinous mass of eggs in the home you prepared. A moment of triumph. But as soon as her task is complete, a switch flips in your brain. She is no longer your partner. She is now the #1 threat to your offspring. With a surge of violent paternal aggression, you brutally drive her away from the nest. She will have no part in what comes next. You are now on your own. Your life shrinks from the entire river to the few feet of darkness around your nest. You can't leave to hunt. Hunger becomes a dull, constant ache. Day and night you must diligently fan the eggs with your tail, keeping them clean of silt and rich with oxygen. And the attacks are relentless. A legion of smaller thieves try to raid your nursery. You charge at schools of brazen sunfish. You are in a constant state of high alert, fueled by instinct and starvation. Your magnificent strength slowly draining away for a cluster of eggs that do not know you exist. Your paternal duty is at its peak. Your aggression is absolute, but your body is failing. Weeks of starvation and constant battle have left you weary. It is in this moment of ultimate purpose in ultimate vulnerability that the expert angler arrives. He knows the ways of your kind. He doesn't use a simple worm. He unleashes his secret weapon. A scientifically formulated stink bait. A cloud of irresistible, overwhelmingly delicious scent rolls down the current and floods your senses. It is the most powerful food signal you have ever tasted in your life. You are at your most noble and your most vulnerable. Your brain is thrown into a civil war. Your paternal instinct screams, "Stay! Guard the eggs!" But your superpower, the sense of taste that has guided your entire existence, screams with a louder, more primal voice. "Eat! Survive!" For one fatal moment, your senses betray your duty. You lunge from the nest to annihilate the source of that maddening scent. You bite, and the hook is set. The battle is titanic, pulling you far from your home. But while you fight for your life, your legacy is being erased. Back at the now unguarded nest, a school of sunfish descends, and in a matter of minutes, every single one of your eggs is devoured. After a brutal struggle, you finally manage to get free from the hook. You are free, but wounded and exhausted. Your only thought is to return to your duty. You struggle back to your den only to find it empty. The scent of death and failure hanging in the water. Everything you fought for is gone. With your purpose extinguished and your spirit broken, you drift from the scene of your failure, seeking only a quiet place to rest. You find a calm, isolated backwater you've never visited before. But you are not alone. Wounded and disoriented, you are an easy meal for the river's true apex predator. An American alligator erupts from the surface. There is no fight. There is no escape. Your long, brutal story ends in an instant, not just with your death, but with the silent, bitter knowledge that your entire line has ended with you. What creature do you think we should tackle next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. And if you felt a little bit of sympathy for our tragic hero, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next deep dive. And if you really love what I'm creating and want to support the channel directly, consider buying me a coffee on Ko-Fi. The link is always in the description. Thanks for watching.